Okay, so we have overpopulation issues. We have too many people. 506. Yeah, this is too much. So what do we want to do? So the caravan consists of more clansmen than you ever expected. Accusations of stolen chickens, missing heirlooms, and concerns over daughters' virtues are the sorts of things you hear relentlessly. Even fighters complain of spreading too thin to protect everyone. Carry it on and put up with it, try to address the major issues, try to keep people useful and too busy for petty squabbles, or form a council to handle these problems. And split the caravan. So, I assume if we split the caravan, everything goes poorly. If we carry on and put up with it, that's probably bad. Address the major issues might help. I don't know about the council. Okay. Let's go with try to keep people useful and too busy for petty squabbles. Firewood collection, scouting, gathering edibles, that's what we're looking for. Weapons, training, and wagon repair keep your clansmen busy and usually too tired to complain. The chores slow the caravan, but the resulting pace and productivity feels worth it. Oh, peace and productivity feels worth it. Oh, thank you. We get some... I believe we got some morale, and we got some food from that. Good! So we can make it four days now as opposed to 2, which seems like it was going to be bad. Okay. Oh, new Godstone. Good stuff. I love the music whenever we hit a Godstone. It's cool. I wish they had explained more how the Godstones worked, I think. Because they don't. And that's a bit of a shame. Okay. The Godstone for Ingrid, goddess of knowledge, looks on as the caravan takes a much-needed rest. Ivor shoos some children away from a solitary dredge slinger lying dead beneath the stone. Should we be worried about that? You ask Ivor, pointing to the dredge body. I don't think so, he replies. Still, couldn't hurt to have a few guards look around. Let's inspect the Godstone. Ingrid's Godstone is carved with ancient runes, which don't make sense to you. Though even tells you some of the menders have deciphered them. It's how the menders learned the language of the gods. Past the largest stone is a long series of slabs that contain more writing all the way down the hill. The odd thing, he tells you, is that the writing occasionally changes depending on who is reading it. Usually, it describes the history of the gods, but it can be about nearly any topic. Sadly, Even doesn't know how to read it himself. Juno could, he says. Oh, let's pack up and move on. As you're ready to depart, you hear screams from near the main Godstone. The same boy is so curious about the dead dredge before shrieking and pointing. For a moment you think it must not have been dead. But then you see that they have opened a wrapping that was in the dredge's hands. Wait, says Ivor, his arm across your chest. This shouldn't be seen. Get everyone away. A chill seeps over you. Alette pushes past and gasps. Stop! Shuts Ivor, but the curious onlookers have already seen it. Leave it. Oh, he's got a scar on his face now. I don't think he had that in the beginning of the game. On the ground before the dead slinger is a small stony figure. Its hands searching for something it can't find. That's a baby. That dredge is a woman? We've been killing women. We've been slaughtering women and children this whole time? Leaving them to die? In a war, it's only the males who fight. We've been fighting these dredge the whole way. Why are women with children on their backs attacking us? They're not invading, they're running. Everyone stops dead in their tracks. The entire caravan is gathered around, aghast. When I spoke to Juno, she told me something was coming. She didn't know what. A darkness, something black is covering the world, and the dredge are running from it, just as we're running from them. The serpent, the quake, it's all the beginning of the end. Ivor, you knew. Why? Why didn't you say something? Ivor? When I was young, I killed one of the Sunder, during the Second Great War. We called it Rays. Every time we would build our defenses, it would flatten them, and push us back again. I became separated from the rest of the Varl, and stumbled upon Rays, deep in a snowstorm, alone. She was nursing. I threw my axe, it twisted in the wind. Her son died in her arms. She was so pathetic, kneeling in the snow. She didn't even try to stop me when I took her head. That's how I kill asunder. When I found my way to Grafheim, the Varl wanted to make me Kender. Next, to be king. I left, walked until I ended up in Skoger, where no one knew what I had done. The only sound is the wind blowing through the trees. For a long time, nobody says a thing until a child breaks the silence. What do we do with the baby? She asks. A lump forms in your throat, looking at the small obsidian creature squirming before you. So, we can put it to a vote. We can take it with. We can leave it behind, or we can stay out of this one. You know what? I'm going to go with the crazy option. Insist on taking it with the caravan. You argue strongly for showing mercy and humanity. Some of the women in the caravan hesitantly agreed to take the dredge infinite, while the others are furious about bringing it along. Not long afterwards, one of the women comes to you. Its swaddling was being held by this, she says, giving you a hairpin that looks distinctly undredged-like. An inscription from the silver almost slips your notice. Persevere. From the goddess herself, if you ask me, the woman tells you. So I get the Vadran silver brooch. I figure usually if we do something weird at the Godstones, we get something cool. And there's our answer. I should have gone to bed the last time, which I guess kind of makes sense. No, it doesn't. I don't even know if we need these that bad. We don't. There don't seem to be like a whole lot of artifacts that really make you like a complete badass. But still, okay. Oh, I really hope. Okay. You're making the usual rounds when you hear a rather loud debate coming from an area that Varl have gathered. Ivor joins you as you approach. Ubben, you'd rather be known for falling asleep and dying in the corner of a mead house than battling asunder? No, I'd rather be known for not dying. I don't even know what you're worried about. I did this 100 times in the Great Wars. Take some warriors, plow head first in the dredge. They follow you into the hills. Get lost. Now they're not following you. When you did this 100 times, did they have Bellower leading them? Have you never heard of the time I hit Bellower in the head with a throwing axe? Both Varl halt their debate when they suddenly notice you watching. Don't stop on my account. Careful, my friend. A lot of old history getting thrown around here. The warriors were just noting that there's a damn good number of dredge on our asses. Bellower pulling up the rear. This one thinks he can just wander up there and throw him off our tracks. How about some gratitude? Thought you'd be happy to finally be the oldest Varl in the land, Ubben. I'm never happy to lose more Varl, Krumer. Besides, I'm not convinced you're really older than me. Let's see. So, okay, so they want to... So Krumer wants to go after him. After what's it? I don't really want to go with that one. I don't know. This feels like a time where you could lose Krumer, though. Because we're getting followed. Can I join them? Okay, let's do with let's keep going with this and see what kind of options we're looking at. So old rivalry you got here. Comments like that remind me. I've already wasted too much time doing nothing. In the old days, I'd already be halfway to the battlefield by now. Speaking of which, you coming, Ingvar? You could ask Bellower for your arm back. Don't think so. Not exactly in the mood right now. Alright then, I'll tell Hatterborg you said hello. Krumer and a good many Varl warriors head out towards the growing army of Dredge. Is he gonna come back? He always has before. But this time feels different, I fear. Well, I don't think I had much of a choice in that one. Maybe. Maybe not. We're still super low on supplies. This is hard. Guess I shouldn't have waited. I thought I had enough. I thought it was good. Okay. Oh, thank you. Okay, so we've got some clansmen have discovered a large patch of wild fruit. When you approach, you see some people who have begun to sample them. A mother frets about whether they're safe after overhearing one of the children say that it tastes funny. Others start gathering by the basket full. So we've got random fruit. So we need this pretty badly. I get the feeling these are randomly generated based on like how bad you need these things. Honestly, let's gather as much as we can. We're desperate. Worst comes to worst, we lose clansmen, right? Gather as much as you can, you tell the others. Thankful to add any amount of food to your stores. Though a few people become a little drunk from the fermented fruits. Nobody becomes sick. 4 days now. Okay. Yeah, and there's Sigir home. Okay, we'll make it. We probably would have made it anyway, but we are very stretched on supplies. Hey! Gather round, doubters! Echoes a shout in the distance as Krumer and his band of warriors break through the nearby foliage. I thought I was going to lose him. I like him. He's a good character. And behold the invincible Varl. The caravan is thrilled to see Krumer return safely. Let's see. Just want to make sure I'm always recording here. Did the plan work? Asks Ubben. Work, responds Krumer. Of course it worked. Same old dredge. Should be another day or two at least before they even find their own asses. We get 20 renown. Hey. And if you apologize, I'll tell you how I found these, Krumer says, tossing you a pair of leather gloves that look big enough for a Varl. He leans in close, whispering so Ubben can't hear. Had something to do with a raven's nest and hair tie. So we got Dunder's hand. Cool. Oh, we are lucky. Apparently I'm 110 days into this game. You know...
As Sigir home approaches, we fear the worst. The once calm lake surrounding it now looks like a bowl that has been flipped. Proud home sinking into muddy water. A side effect of the quake. What has the rest of the world become on the other side of those mountains?
Hey, it's a new town. I was complaining that a lot of the previous towns felt, copy-pasted. But now I guess we're in a new biome or something. But this works. Oh, man. Yeah, we would have just run out of supplies. Oh, that's okay. One catastrophe to another, says Oddleaf, as you pull into Sigurholm. The town appears to be sinking into the lake. Townspeople peek from dark windows and makeshift hovels further up the hill. No, says Even, looking frantic. Where is she? He runs to the front of the caravan, looking out over the water. Juno isn't here, and you get the creeping feeling you're not welcome either. Going upriver looks out of the question. The beach is bare, aside from the occasional skeleton of a ruined fishing boat. You reluctantly set up camp in the sinking town. Okay, hopefully they don't just kick us out or something. Alright. All I'm saying is, how long are you willing to wait? While taking stock of the caravan, you've inadvertently walked into a debate between Oddleaf and Evend. As long as we need to. And I think we need to get out of here. I don't feel good about this place. Why? What's wrong? Something doesn't feel right. The people here are staring at us like those vultures in the wastes. I'm sorry, Evend. I think Oddleaf's right. I saw a man the whole time we were setting up camp. He was just watching me. In a creepy way. And how long before the dredge find us here? Juno will come. Just give it a little bit more time. Rook, listen to me. I need you to trust me on this. Alright. So. We're in Sigurholm. We might as well talk to him. You're really worried about her, aren't you? What? Oh, Juno. Worried doesn't begin to describe it. If she doesn't find us here, or something has happened to her, are you sure what you saw was real? It could have been a dream, or, I don't know, you were pretty exhausted. I don't know. To be honest, I'm not sure anymore. Everything is a blur. Don't tell the others I said that. I have to hope it wasn't just a dream. What's it like being a mender? Being a mender? Oh, I guess I never really thought about it like that. It's just part of me. They knew very young that I would join the order. Born into it, you could say. My mother and father, both menders. The guild is for lots of people now. Builders and healers. Do they all pull lightning out of the sky? No. No, that's not normal. It's one of the reasons I know Juno. She's one of the council. She helps me control things like this, so we don't end up scaring people. How exactly does weaving work, anyway? Well, the hardest part is usually seeing the threads. Everything is part of the tapestry. It's made of threads woven together. If you can see the threads, you can manipulate them. I don't exactly know how to explain it, really. It's like trying to play a harp with invisible strings. Look at my staff, for example. Some menders carve intricate patterns in the wood to help them remember the shapes of... like I said, hard to explain. Why is Bellower still following us? I saw Grafheim as it burned. Even gets a faraway look in his eyes. The Sunder blew through it like a tempest. The Varl fell in the thousands. Most of the Sunder left the city and headed south. Who knows where they are now? They might be destroying every town they come to, or heading towards Arborang. Bellower stayed in Grafheim, just for the sport of it, I think. As we fled to Einertoft, I thought he must want to wipe the Varl off the map completely. But then he came after us. Maybe you knew Ivor was the one who killed Reyes. Maybe. But let's just make sure he doesn't catch up. Do you think this is the end times? I don't know what to think. I wish I could give you a better answer. Even if we escape the dredge, that serpent said a darkness was covering the world. I don't know how long that will take, or what it means even. I'm just trying to solve one problem at a time. The Menders are in Arborang. If we can find ships and make it to the capital, we might have a chance. Okay, I won't take any more time. No, it's okay, Rook. I appreciate the talk. It's good to stay grounded. I spend all day worrying about serpents or Sunder. I think a lot of people are intimidated, or scared maybe, of me. Don't worry, it's nothing new. I'm used to it. Maybe sometime we can talk about things that don't include the world ending. Okay. So, we should promote. Please tell me there's a market. What's the conversion rate here? Oh, 1 renown gets 3. That sucks. Okay, what else do we get? Will per kill, armor on rest, drawing aggro, and strength. I mean, that's pretty damn good, but we only got 28 renown, so that makes it pretty rough. Okay. I hate this. We can save for 1 promotion. That might not be a bad idea. I get the feeling we're gonna have to fight. Like, I don't know how many supplies we need. I'm not gonna rest anymore, though. Like, so the problem is we don't have a whole lot of supplies. And we've been running into, like, we've just barely been coasting above. Let's think. I mean, we can wait a little bit. I don't know. Because I want to do some promotions, but we're hurting. I don't know. Okay. Well, we can leave. But I think we're supposed to wait. I'm not sure how to trigger that. Do we... I assume we rest. Which... Okay, fine. We'll promote when it's available or something. I mean, the one thing is, like, starvation just makes me lose clansmen, so it's not actually that big of a deal. I think? Because we should probably just leave. But waiting for Juno. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Let's rest for one day. Okay, so a scuffle is broken out in front of the houses. Thief, shouts one of your people as a group of strangers flee from your camp. Oddleaf is already running in their direction. They took our supplies. Oh, I have none. You hear from nearby. Chase the thieves. So we lose 5 supplies. Whatever. I can definitely live without those 5. I'll need to buy more. Hopefully we get a battle here and we can replenish some renown. Anyway, come on, you shout, and several join you in the chase. You wander onto a beach where some men have been waiting for you. Some terse words are exchanged about whether anything had been stolen or not. You don't see who draws the first weapon, but it ends the conversation dead. Alright, so we got a battle. Yeah! Okay, so let's throw Krumer back into the mix. Let's make sure I've actually, like, allotted everybody's stat... everybody's stat points. Looks like I have. Looks like we're good. Yeah, we got promotions aplenty, but I don't want to, I don't want to dole them out in an untoward manner. If Nid gets 3 more kills to bring her up, but I don't want to use any yet. And we're beasting most of these fights without a whole lot of issues. So I think this is a good idea. Oh, really? Wow, this is... I'm gonna say comical. Okay, so you know what? We're gonna put Ivor there. We're gonna put you and you. Mostly these 2 are here. I guess these 3 are here. To wipe people off the face of the map if we run into troubles. But I think we're fine. This is not even a big battle. Because I should probably up the difficulty or something. Maybe. I'm just afraid we'll start starving if that's the case. But hopefully we'll be able to get some extra renown from this. Easy, easy fight. And kills. Because eventually we should probably stop having supply issues. Like, if we ever meet back up with Hacken, we should be in an okay spot. Alright, so let's do mend... He's got plenty of energy and we'll get plenty of kills. In retrospect, I need to put him in the back as far as, like, initiative goes. Yeah, luckily these guys are all kind of worthless. Okay, so let's kill the archer lady. It's unfortunate that there's a lot of repeated sprites. Like, Nid more or less has the exact same sprite as any of these generic women archers. Like, I wish there was a little bit more that had been done to set some of the characters apart. It doesn't matter that much. Just, you know, if wishes for fishes, we've already killed almost all of them. There's, what, 3 left? I don't know what these people were thinking. This was a terrible idea. Did that... Rook, quit your whining. You're fine. Here, we'll mend you anyway. Seeing as you're yelling about losing your armor a little bit. Nee. Okay, oh, that's her. That's fine. Yeah, I should stop bringing Gunnulf. Then again, like, I don't want to bring any of my other characters. Like, I've got a bunch of, like, low-level characters that I'm probably never going to use again. And I can't afford to spend renown on them like I used to. So I'm not going to. You know what? Let's end turn. Because we could just do this. And that should get her a promotion, yeah. Because getting her a higher level of the snipe shot is actually a good idea. And she's the lowest level, so that seems worthwhile. Okay, so that's about 30 supplies worth. This was worth it. Okay. The thieves scatter pretty quickly when you start laying into them, but when you return to the caravan, you discover why. Even more supplies have gone missing since you rushed out in the fight. So -4 supplies. They took 9 supplies, but I gain 30. Unfortunately, let's just go down to 10 supplies. 10 days worth. Should be good enough, and this way we can upgrade Nid. We've been starving for too long, and I don't like it. Okay, so Nid, promote, continue, yes. Okay, so now she gets to be a higher level. That gets her level 2 skill. So rank 2, +3 range, extra chance to crit. So let's do that, and let's actually do exertion. She has a high energy cap to begin with. Like this is a good archer character. She has really good. She has a really good skill and functional beyond that. I don't know. The problem is like I think a lot of the other moves might have been more useful in higher difficulties because I'm not using them that much. Anyway, let's leave. Rook, wait, please. Even begs. She said she'd be here. We need her. You can tell he's terrified of leaving, as though he'd be giving up on Juno. I'm sure she'll catch up with us. Even looks out across the lake with a 1,000-mile stare. He says nothing. We've got problems, says Ivor. The whole place is flooded. We could try to walk the muddy parts, but it'll be slow going. We could try to float the caravan across the lake, but we might tip or get stuck. Or we could just go around the whole thing. No idea how long that'll take. What do you think? Okay. So we could ford the river, cock the wagons, float across, pay some locals to help. Or a detour around the flooding. Let's... You know, we don't have any renown. I might still be able to do this. Let's pay some locals to help. The locals become a lot more helpful when you swallow your pride and start offering food to help crossing the river. They give you small fishing boats to borrow. Oh, shoot, costed food. Alright, whatever. And show you the area with the best chance of making it across. You hope your luck holds out as you launch from the shore. Despite, or you suspect because of your vigilance, the locals from Sigir don't try anything underhanded, as they take you in their small boats to the other side of the lake over several trips. You leave them with a generous amount of food, and they row... lost my place. Over his trip... Oh, row back to their town. You hope it's worth it to buy some space from Bellower, who will have to drag his armies through the mud on foot. Okay, we lost supplies, I don't know how much. Oh, we barely lost any. Okay. Oh, but realistically, we did that in one day. Like, we lost 1 day's worth of supplies. Wait, what? And we got renown. Hey! Okay. Yeah, I didn't see the rewards for that, but that seemed to have worked out. Okay, that's good. And they should last us. I'm not going to stop to do many parties. We might be okay. But I'm definitely not going to stop to manually rest, ever. While walking, the words of a mother's song reach you. It's soothing, nuanced, and about your current journey. When she finishes, a man begins a tale of his own in verse. The woman quickly responds with another poem, and the entire caravan slows to listen to the entertaining competition. Let's see. Let's join in with a verse of your own. The whole caravan is shocked when the first line of your poem rings out. You mimic both contestants, adding your own spin on their tales. At last, you end with a joke at your own expense, and the peasants wildly applaud. That puts us back up to normal morale at the cost of nothing. I was hoping it would give me some more renown, though, but it seems like we've lost a lot of the whole renown boosting abilities, which kind of sucks. But, whatever, I don't have much of a choice. Well, whatever. The music. I do not like the music here anymore. Austin Wintory, where is your good, epic, like, cool music? All I hear is just, like, the occasional, like, creepy... Oh, there's a town. Harsh words from one mother to another draws the attention of the entire caravan. My daughter marries Ragni. Or no one. Ragni, probably. That reed-thin tramp you call a daughter won't provide sons. The insulted mother bares her teeth, ready to attack. Explain yourselves. Ragnar chooses my daughter or his own. On his own, the insulted mother says. But this one thinks I have something to do with it. Launching forward, the first woman flails wildly, shouting liar. The women are separated and eventually calm down, but you worry that this is far from over. Okay. So that's a weird one. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work. Well, we'll find out. It's probably only going to get worse from there. Okay, the villagers here are completely oblivious to the destruction that is coming. All we've seen is some dark figures far off, they tell you. Aside from a few young families, they're reluctant to pick up on their reluctant to pick up their things and join you. Okay, so we get a little bit of clansmen. I don't need that. Okay, let's go to the market. Oh. All of it. One renounce gets 5. I mean, the armor on rest could be good. Armor per turn would be amazing. Like, truly amazing. Armor break, will per kill. But yeah, there's no way we'd ever be able to afford this, and there we go. Note to self, if I ever play this game again, save my renown. At least for the first couple chapters, you know, maybe get people up a little bit. We'll see. I don't know. It might be different on a higher difficulty, too. Because I think you do get more renown there. It's just the battles are harder. Which I'm actually kind of okay with. Okay, well, let's leave. Oh, shoot. It's the same village layout that we've been seeing all this time that I keep being annoyed about. Whatever. Well, this is working. We've got plenty of supplies. We're not starving. The morale is kind of bad. But we might be able to make it work. Okay, a group of men with broad shoulders and thick cloaks approach the caravan. They might be outlaws. You hear nearby, and the idea quickly ripples through the clansmen. One of the strangers approaches, saying, "We've run out of food. Any help would be welcome." His hard eyes reveal nothing of his motivations. Jeez. Like, I like these events. They're interesting. But most of these generally aren't a good idea. Well, okay. Like, I might be able to turn this into a thing. Like, I might be able to get something from it. But the problem is if I give them many supplies, like, we might be able to get morale, we might be able to do something. Morale is useful. So I can offer no food, but inform them of the dredge. Ask them how they came to be here. Let's start with that. The men get nervous and reveal sturdy weapons. Your warriors step forward until the leader holds out a hand, saying loudly, "The last group to ask us questions tried to kill us. Tried. Let's keep this simple. Will you help us or not? Fight with us and earn your food. Decline to help the strangers. Offer..." So I get the feeling they attack us. We might get something. We've got enough. Offer them a few days' worth of supplies. If we could spare more, we would, you say to the man as you pass along some rations. His companions discuss something quietly before approaching and thanking you for your kindness as they depart. So I lost, what was that, 10 supplies? Okay, I can work with that. Stop! A resolute voice calls from somewhere in the front of you. The surrounding terrain comes alive with armed fighters surrounding the caravan. No need for bloodshed, the leader says. Leave a couple of wagons and pretend you never stopped here. Okay. So now we're getting attacked by brigands. Now this time around, we can probably just attack them. Inform of the coming dredge. Let's just attack immediately. Before you even finish this sentence, you have your weapons out and rush forward to attack. Because we need combat. Extra renown, always good. So, this time around, let's move Gunnulf to the back. Move Krumer up. Even, Nid, yeah, this is good. This way, Even and Gunnulf kind of go in the back. Just in case anything goes wrong, but I doubt it. Ooh, what's this? The silver brooch. Strength resist. Wait, that's pretty damn good. I'm going to toss it on Krumer, I think. We'll give her... No. We're going to give her that. Do I have any other ones? We've also got Dunder's Hand, which we're absolutely giving to Gunnulf. I think that puts his strength at like 21 or something nonsensical like that, which I'm totally okay with. Alright, ready for battle. Is this supposed to be threatening? Guess so. I'm just gonna ready up. I don't care. Okay, so Rook. Rook is a good shield breaker. And a decent tank. Let's break some shields. Wonder why it's red. Not sure. Doesn't matter. Well, there goes Rook shields. Oops, I don't want a battering ram. I want to attack. Unfortunately, sometimes these things are just in the way. But we'll be fine. Yeah, I'm noticing we've got a lot of like really easy fights. We're just using all of our supplies on food. Which sucks. Okay. So she can do... Bird of Prey. How much damage she can do? 4 to him. Or we can move and do 4 to him. Or this guy. Do 6 to him. Let's move this way. Slightly more target-rich environment. Attack, 6. I can do 8 to him, but she'll just get him on the next shot or something. I guess she doesn't need as many kills as she used to, because now she actually has some decent... She has some decent moves. Okay, and there's nothing I'm gonna do with Even. I'm just keeping him here because, you know, backup. Because the last time I, like, completely underestimated an enemy group, it went really bad. And it wasn't fun. At all. Let's turn this on. Yeah, he's got a 21 attack power now. Good stuff. Okay, so it's a Rook. So let's break as much of his shield as possible. Okay, so it's Ivor. We'll kill this guy in the back. This guy is just putting his shields up. The dunce. Because we'll just do 5 damage to this guy. Enough shields. Oh, that's because he hit. Okay. So we can do 6 to him. Oh, right. He's got shields up, but he's missing armor. So Puncture just ruins that. And we got Pillage. He's a jerk. I will grant. Well, whatever. Here's the question. Nope, this is Rook. We don't want to do Rook. Bring Ivor up. We'll end turn. Okay. Yep, we can get the kill. Still not sure how close Krumer is to a promotion, but at this point, we might as well give it to him, even if renown-wise, we're only getting a little bit. Well, it's okay. We're making it. I don't know if this is another town. It probably is. It looks like a something. Well, we've got enough money for more supplies. Though, looking at it, we've actually got 9 right now. No, this is another Godstone. Okay. That's this one. It looks creepier. I love the design for the Godstones, though. Like, they kind of explained that it was put here to, like, guide people between cities. But I really wish there was, like a book or something that explains some of this stuff. Because I feel like there's a lot of, like, old world plot significance, you know, before the effectively growing apocalypse that we're experiencing. I feel like there's a lot of that relevant stuff. And is kind of spoon-fed to you barely, and I'd love to just read, like, a lore book on this. I don't know. Anyway, the imposing godstone of Bjorulf approaches. His severe visage makes it feel like he's watching you, even now. The caravan spreads out, happy to be free of the confining forest, and in open fields. Hogan pulls you aside to show you some red berries growing on an ash tree that look like it was chopped down long ago. These shouldn't be growing here, he says excitedly. I haven't seen these in a long time. He and Mogan busily go about collecting berries. In fact, in honor of Bjorulf, some of the caravan crack kegs of mead and wine before anyone can stop them. To the only god that matters, they shout. Everyone drinks, and you are glad for the merriment that has swept over the caravan. Okay. So, I want to join in collecting the berries. Let's inspect the Godstone first. Oh, yep, we're good. Okay, you look up at the Godstone. Bjorulf's head surrounded by images of casks and drinking horns. Though he was always depicted as being stern, Bjorulf was one of the most popular gods of men in Varl, the one who taught them how to brew. It seems like more than coincidence that the long fields around Bjorulf's stone have always been excellent for growing anything that you could need for a good drink. Let's join in with Hogan and Mogan in collecting berries first. What exactly are these, you ask Hogan? When I would travel to Bjorsgard with my father, sometimes he'd buy us a few of these. Hogan replies, couldn't be a luckier find, see for yourself. You try one and you can feel energy returning to your tired limbs. Not taking a few more would be a wasted opportunity, you figure. As the hour becomes late, the caravan is eventually ready to get back on the road. The day by Bjorulf's stone is one of the few memories that hasn't been tarnished by the specter of bad fortune, you think to yourself. And we get a Thistleberry. I wanted supplies. I went for the berries for supply. Whatever. Okay, so we get a cool item, at the very least, which is good. Well, let's see. So we've got Renown to get us... Oh, yeah. It's gonna take, what, 1 or 2 days to get over to, Reynevik? I don't know. Anyway, a mother's screams flood the caravan. Her daughter lies dead in a tent. We all know who did this, she spits, staring directly at the woman she scuffled with previously. Murder. Murder over a marriage? In these times, something must be done. The accused woman stays silent. I want to investigate the death. A healer joins you in inspecting the young girl's corpse. An old infection, says the healer. No punctures. No choking, no poison. She died of a disease. You report the news to the caravan. The mother admits that she'd always known her daughter was ill, and everyone moves on. Oh, well, that worked. Poor morale, though. God,